Hello everyone, welcome back to Rip City Rundown, and today we will be previewing and predicting the 7-10 matchup out of the East region between the Michigan State Spartans and the USC Trojans. This is shaping up to be a fascinating game. Two Power 5 teams, two teams with great brand awareness in Sparty and the Trojans. Again, like I said in the last video, as a mascot, you taking a Trojan or a Spartan. They're kind of the same thing. So if you're picking your bracket based on mascots, who knows? Who knows where you're going? Let's start with Sparty. They score 70 points per game. They give up 67. They're 4-4 against the top 25. They're 37th in BPI. Some notable results: they lost to Purdue twice, Gonzaga by 1, Alabama by 11. They did beat Kentucky by 9, and they beat Maryland by 5. This team is led by, let's see, who are they led by? You got Joey Hauser, who averages 14.2 points per game, but he is not the leading scorer. The leading scorer is Tyson Walker at 14.6 points per game, and their third leading scorer, A.J. Hoggard, 12.5 points per game. Michigan State is a very volatile team. They can score the three-point ball at will almost, it feels like. They're a great three-point shooting team, but their weakness is they give up a lot of three-pointers, and a high percentage of them go in. Michigan State this is one of the hardest games to predict because it's star power on both sides. It's shooting on both sides, but we don't know who's going to shoot well, who's not going to shoot well. Michigan State, like I said, led by Tyson Walker. Then their last 5, they are 3-2. They just recently lost to Ohio State by 10 in the Big Ten tournament. They are not coming in super hot, so to speak, but they're also not cold. Again, such a difficult game to predict. So I don't know what I'm going to get from Sparty. I do know one thing: they're going to shoot the 3, and they're going to let USC shoot the 3. Speaking of USC, let's get into it. Some notable results for the Trojans. They lost to Tennessee by 7. They split with UCLA. They lost Arizona twice, beat Auburn by 3, and they got blown up by Oregon by 18, which is a little interesting. But they score 72 points per game, give up 67. They're very similar to Sparty, although I would say their defense is a touch better. They're only 54th in BPI, though, but they did go 14-6 in the Pac-12 for an overall record of 22-10. It is interesting to see them on the 10 line. I think just some bad losses forced them down in terms of seeding a little bit. They're led by Boogie Ellis with 18 points per game, Drew Peterson with 14 points per game. A very similar team to last year, minus the Mobley twins. Again, USC is a great team to watch, just like Sparty. It's going to be interesting, though. The Trojans, they're top 50 in both offense and defensive efficiency, but their calling card is great defense inside the three-point arc, and this is why it makes up for a fascinating game. You got USC, who doesn't shoot the ball particularly great. They have great efficiency, but I think the problem with USC is they have a lack of bench depth, and they only have a 7-man rotation, and it's really just the Boogie Ellis and Drew Peterson show. If Michigan State can shut those two down, USC is going to be in a world of hurt. But again, an absolutely fascinating game because you got Michigan State, who shoots the 3-ball well, but USC defends well, but USC's better at paint defense and 2-point defense. So Michigan State is going to rely on that 3-pointer, which again makes this so hard to predict because we're trying to pick which college kid is going to shoot the 3-point better. It's really hard to predict. On the flip side, USC, good on offense and defense, not great on either side of the ball. Michigan State gives up a lot of threes. If the two guys, Boogie Ellis, and Drew Peterson can get going on the offensive end, could be a long night for Michigan State. This, to me, is truly just a game of who's going to make the shot at the end of the game, who's going to make the big 3. I'm going to lean Sparty. I feel like Michigan State plays very well in first round of tournaments. I've had good luck with them in the tournament as well. Give me Michigan State in an absolute close one. I believe the spread is Michigan State -2. Yeah, Michigan State -2. This is the first game on Friday, which should be a good one. Give me Sparty to just squeak one out.